allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It wasn't right out of the gate that we got a little Adele. That's look, DeMarco, what did I tell you as we were heading into the weekend with regards to the Dodgers specifically?
You were going to be positive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, look at my face.
Oh, yeah,
right.
But we're not going to take it easy on anybody.
No, I'm not taking No. But this is the Morales sad music that everything is. Dodgers, they lost yesterday. That's fine. Whatever. They got their butts kicked. Fine. Whatever. Dodger fans embarrassed themselves. Do better, people. That was awful. Rams, that maybe might be a little Adele adjacent.
No,
that might be a little sad.
We're not going to go easy on anybody.
We're not going to go easy, but it's
everybody's
sad.
getting it. Now, who threw stuff on the field, you moron?
Dodger fans.
Like, what did they throw?
Beer cans, baseballs,
batteries.
At Tatis,
they
at
threw
Profar.
batteries?
That's what I was hearing in some of the reports.
I just watched a video where the guy in the Vezina jersey who was up there with Profar to get Mookie Betts' home run. Then he got the ball from Profar and threw it back onto the field. So,
it was. Does it matter?
You should find Vezina for that. If he's wearing your jersey and somebody acts like an idiot, then it's up to you.
Does it matter what they throw? If you're throwing stuff, you're an idiot. If you're throwing stuff, there's nothing that I want to hear about. Why yell, scream, call names, boo, do your thing. Don't throw anything.
Just a hot dog wrapper. Okay, you're throwing batteries. You've crossed into
What's the difference between a battery and a baseball? What's the difference between a battery and a beer can?
Well, I mean,
also, who has a battery at Dodger Stadium?
That's a great point.
I'm just wondering where you have it.
You have become Philly fans. You've become Boston fans if you do stupid crap.
Wait, who has a Vezina jersey?
Yeah,
there you go.
Mr. and Mrs. Vezina. I don't know. It's a good question.
They had good seats, so that's probably
unbelievable.
If I would have said
at
the end of the weekend that the Dodgers had split the first two games, I think I would have taken it. And especially considering the way that the opening game went, especially considering that they
context aside, if you said split the series, you're happy, or the first
two, you get one, you lose one. Okay, I will take it.
Now factor in the context.
Now the context matters a little bit, but honestly, they got the game they had to have. They got the game where the bats showed up. They got embarrassed on both ends of it yesterday. They gave up 10 runs. They only scored 2.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't score enough, and they gave up way too many.
You seen Mookie lately?
We'll get to him. Stay focused.
I couldn't wait.
Stay focused. We'll get to Mookie.
Is he here? Is he present?
I mean, he's here in body. I don't know if he's here in spirit, at least not yet. I mean, my goodness, he's been dreadful.
Unexcused absence.
Look, let's kind of go through this point by point. Let's start with Saturday, because Saturday led, at least in part, to what you got yesterday. The Dodgers did Saturday something that I really don't think we've seen them do very often. And, oh, by the way, they won. So let's kind of focus on this for a second. Yeah. They didn't follow their goofy old script that they do in game one. They got off of Yamamoto quickly because they had no choice, right? He was bad. He had a bad day. Now, maybe he was tipping. Maybe he just had a bad day. Maybe he was nervous. Maybe he was inexperienced. Quite frankly, I'm going to check the box on all of those.
As a pitcher going 3 says what to you?
That he, well, I mean
just
you want me to be a wise guy?
I'm just going 3.
He was terrible. He was just full stop bad.
That's what I'm saying. Going 3 innings is terrible bad.
Yeah, it's a starting pitcher. Look, going 4 innings isn't any good.
Okay.
So if 4 isn't any good, what's 3?
3 is terrible.
And you put your team in a big hole doing it. Now, King Kong is over there. That helps a lot with Shohei.
Ohtani?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll do that. But the fact of the matter is you got a lousy starting performance from your pitcher, and that's usually we saw it last year, right, where Miller was bad, Kershaw was bad, and the whole thing kind of spiraled out. But they didn't hit. They did hit in this game. They did show up. Mookie did hit, or excuse me, Ohtani did hit a 3-run home run. Teoscar got a big hit.
Yeah.
And what they did
in the first game.
In game 6, we'll put last night over there because you got to understand Saturday before Sunday can get there.
Go ahead.
So then they did the thing that I was really excited to see. They didn't just go one inning. You only pitch one inning. You only pitch one inning. You saw multiple guys go multiple innings. They got off of guys that weren't working quickly. Kopech really struggled. I still have faith in him, but he was having a bad day. Get him out before he blows the game and go to the next guy. They did. They went to Trinan, and Trinan by the skin of his teeth, but he got out of it. He got out of a tricky spot in the 8th, tricky spot in the 9th. But what happened was because you had to use Phillips for 2 innings, because you had to use Trinan for 2 innings, those guys were unavailable yesterday, which means you had to go to your Bandas and your Braziers and your Henriquez's, and that just isn't going to cut it.
It's pretty much everything you said that could happen is happening when your bullpen gets taxed.
You're short and you get taxed.
Yeah, that's that. Well, I mean, quick question before we get, I don't want to get too far off subject here. Just about the Padres and people's hatred of them.
Yeah.
And Machado.
Yeah.
You don't like Machado. Go ahead and say it.
No, I'm just not that. I have Manny Machado.
'Cause he's good. Yeah.
Is one of the best players of his generation. He's terrific. He's also a punk.
Tatis
He's just a good player.
and Profar.
Profar's had one good year. It just happens to have been this year.
I was going to say, if they were yours, would you like them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Machado was here, and I did like him.
So it's the laundry. Okay, yeah.
Machado's deal is that he's off-putting. Machado is lazy at times.
I think he's Jack Doherty and that can hit. He's a troll.
He is a troll.
I think he enjoys upsetting people.
He does,
Yeah.
but the problem with Manny Machado is he's also awesome.
Yeah, he can hit.
And
yes.
he comes up and he creates problems and he creates sparks for the other team and he does all of those sorts of things.
What are you going to say?
No, this is the pen.
It's
a squeaky on
my bad. Can you hear that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I was like, wait, what the heck is going on?
That's me. Oh, man, I'm messing up. But that's that nervous tick. Yeah, sorry.
Honestly, they're okay. Now,
Yeah.
they're not like, oh, this is in the bag. It's pretty darn even.
Yeah.
And looking at the next 3 games, the Padres have an advantage in the starting pitching. They're going to run out Michael King tomorrow night. The Dodgers are going to run out Walker Buehler, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe
Did
Landon
you forget his
Knack,
name
maybe
really?
No,
Or is that just pausing
no,
for
because they haven't literally announced it. They're trying to figure out which of those 2 guys are going to.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
They're kind of similar. But honestly, I'm still in a relatively positive place with the Dodgers. They're not a lock to advance, but they got one that they had to have, and they did it by being a little more creative. Tommy Edman, bunt for a hit.
Yeah.
You got the big hit from your big guy. Freddie Freeman showed up and got hits in big situations.
I love
he stole
him,
a base.
But he's a meathead. I love Freddie Freeman. I love everything about him, but he's a meathead. Are you kidding me? On that ankle, you're stealing bases. What are you doing? I know he made it. I know he made it.
It's only a bad idea if you get thrown out.
But what's the end result of that?
I think he was on adrenaline, and God knows
And
what
on
they
something.
shot into that ankle, right? I don't. You tell me, Toradol or
Whatever you
monkey
got.
brains,
I
whatever
still feel
you
it.
shoot into
Put
it.
another one in there. I still feel
Yeah.
it. But come on, dude. I love you, but dang, bro.
It worked, and
did
he
work.
got through it, and look, he hit the ball hard again last night
Yeah.
before he finally had to come out of the game. And the fact that he came out of the game when it was pretty tight, I think is not great news for the Dodgers.
That's why you're stealing bases on
Yeah,
that
I don't
ankle,
know if
bro.
that had anything. He made
Come
it to
on.
the next day.
Of course it did. When you have to turn and run, that's bad on a high ankle sprain.
Is
When you have
anything
to
good on a high ankle sprain?
Nothing is good
That's what I'm saying.
on a
So
bad-
he's out there if you're
Yes.
going to go for it. And he made it. So
Why make it worse by stealing? Come on.
because it helped them get runs. It helped them increase the hit. Right? I'm
Don't be a
okay
hero.
with that.
Yes.
You kind of have to be a hero at this point, right?
Well, the hero I'm looking for got
He's doing it. He's one of the few guys that's barreling the ball.
But the guy that got crossed up by Yu Darvish. That's the problem. Talking about Ohtani.
That's the problem?
That's the hero I'm looking to stand
yeah.
up. So when Superman bleeds, we all got problems.
Yeah, he had a quiet night.
Yeah.
And look, here we go.
Yeah.
You said it.
Right.
We talked about it during the Rams games yesterday when you came on to do your segment. I said, you called it. It's different because
we have Ohtani,
and they won because
you didn't have Ohtani,
right? And when Ohtani showed up, you won the game. When Ohtani had a quiet night, you didn't.
I love it.
This is baseball, and I get it. Your best players need to be your best guys because look at what happened. You know who's hot as a pistol?
Who?
Tatis.
Oh,
you know who else is hot as a pistol? Merrill.
Why would you make him mad? Why would you, Tatis? Anybody that you're getting ready to play? Why would
I don't think he's mad. I think that's how he
or
is.
lock him in, or just give him anything
He's
other
good,
than
DeMarco.
the game to say
he's good. He's just hot.
Didn't you guys learn anything from the Last Dance from Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan would
don't
pick,
compare Tatis to Michael Jordan.
But he would pick anything in the world to spark him. The doorman at the hotel didn't look at me right, so I'm going to give you 50.
You're giving Fernando Tatis way too much credit.
He's good, but why?
He's good, and he's hot, and he's doing it. But their best guys are their best guys. Tatis is hot. Machado's hot. Merrill's hot. Profar's hot. The Dodgers' best guys, Ohtani's hot. Freeman's okay, but he's banged up, so we'll see. And you mentioned it a second ago. Mookie, and I'm being positive.
Did I do it again? I'm sorry.
Yes, you did
that's
again.
my
Sorry.
nervous tick pen. Hold on.
Throw it over there. Throw it over there.
You can hear that?
You ready?
You guys have great ears. Okay, go ahead.
Going back to 2022, Mookie is 0 for his last 21. Mookie has not gotten a hit in 5 playoff games. His last hit.
He hasn't gotten a hit in 5 playoff games.
Right.
5 complete playoff games without a hit.
1 more than 4, 1 less than 6.
Oh, my
5.
God.
He had his last hit in Game 3 of the 2022 National League Division Series.
That was a long time ago.
You ready for the worst one of them all?
No, it gets worse?
It gets worse.
What?
Mookie Betts is 3 for his last 42 in the playoffs.
That's not
3
good.
For 40. This is one of the best players in baseball.
What does that average out to?
Not very much. 3
Emily,
for 42.
Can you do quick math? 3 for 42?
His last hit was Game 4 of the 2021 National League Championship Series. 2021. That was a long time ago.
Less than 1. Less than 100. I'm trying to think of the batting average.
It's
quick math.
It's
Okay.
4 for 42 would
It's
be 100.
.071.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's your second best player, and he's giving you nothing. Who's the second best player on the Padres?
You can't call him the second best player with those numbers.
He's the second best player.
Is it Machado?
It's either Machado or Tatis or Merrill, so take your pick. Rank them however you want.
They're all hitting.
They're all hitting.
Well.
Yeah. They're mashing, not
Kyle
just hitting.
Higashioka, who hits 9th for them, is cranking home runs like he's Mickey Mantle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so where's our guy to do that? And so far, it's been Shohei and Teo, the 2 guys that have not been through this a lot. And I'll give Freddie a little credit. Freddie was swinging a hot bat until he missed time.
Yeah.
But somebody else is going to have to step up. Somebody in the pitching staff is going to have to step up.
Such a power outage like that. I mean, what happens in the postseason? Why are you so different when it becomes October? The pressure? What? I don't get it.
There's 2 theories.
Or you're Blake Bortles. Yeah, you're the king of garbage time. You're great when it doesn't matter.
So this is why it's complicated with Mookie. I'll tell you why it's complicated with Mookie. Coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Where's my pen?
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
The Harim Foundation is inviting you to join us and ESPN Radio at our charity golf tournament, Monday, October 28th at the San Gabriel Country Club, to raise funds for scholarships. To date, we've given $138,000 in assistance, and we want to give more. Go to harimfoundation.org and click the banner at the top. Join the likes of Nomar, Sean Green, Mickey Hatcher, and others. Tune in to ESPN 710 for all the fun on the 28th. harimfoundation.org and click the banner at the top. See you there.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like North America's #1 home fire safety brand, Kidda. Because on a day full of football sounds you love, like fight songs, roaring crowds, and your favorite commentators...
like me, Kirk Herbstreit.
The last sound you want to hear is... Defend your game time with Kidda and the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Cause you had a bad day, you're taking one down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around.
Who are we talking? You're going to need to be more specific.
Oh, my God.
Are we talking about Jack
No,
Flaherty?
this is all
Everybody.
of Los Angeles.
All of LA.
USC,
Yeah, okay.
Rams.
SC took one, the Dodgers, the Rams, everybody. Wait, the Lakers lost too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, preseason. We don't care about
No, that counts. They all lost.
No,
yes.
And UCLA lost too, I guess.
Oh, my
They
God.
UCLA, Emily, covered.
Yes.
I think
Okay.
that's a better way of looking at
Every
it.
dispensary should be free today. It's L.A.
Hey, look.
Just saying.
Chargers didn't play, so they don't count.
Do they ever?
You could have just the last part mattered, right?
Yeah.
Did
I
you
win
see
the week?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Did I win the week? No.
Oh,
Yeah.
honestly, I let's see here.
I was calculating yesterday. Let me see.
Let's
Actually,
see. So Rams, no. Hold on. I'm gonna do it on the fly right here. Green Bay. Jorge, you had 6. Emily had 9. Good week for him.
Nice.
DeMarco, you had 3,
Hey.
and I had 4. So I had 16. You have 20. Emily 9 makes 25, and Jorge 6
27.
makes 29.
29, yeah.
So you still have the overall
I'm
lead.
in third.
There you go.
I'm in third place.
The rankings did not. Emily moved from third into second.
Yes.
You are now in third.
We swapped. Yes.
Yeah. I'm still comfortably
You just
in last.
usurped me.
So that's exciting. I got
Yes.
one game right.
Did
Thank
you see?
Lamar
Did you?
Jackson.
You got the video. You saw LeBron and Bronny play. There, it's over. Move.
God, if only that were true.
That was it.
If
Braun
only
wins.
that were true, my friend. If I could have said, hey, look,
Yeah.
let's just have them go. They played the Suns in a preseason game. Let's get the picture. Hey, and move on.
That's it. Come
Great.
on. Back to the G League or to the G League we go.
From your lips to Jeannie Buss and
Come
Rob
on.
Palinka's ears.
LeBron has won, like proud UCLA parent, proud USC graduate parent. No, LeBron has his son playing with him on the Lakers right now, Braun wins again.
For a while.
He's the king.
For a while. We'll see. He is the king.
I mean,
Whatever.
USC has a good reputation of getting their kids into places.
They take care of each other.
Yes.
The network is strong.
He fits
for
right
sure.
in. Yes.
All right. You ready for my dual Mookie theories?
Yes.
Can I just give you the numbers again real quick?
Please, because I cannot believe this. Yes.
So he's over his last 21 back to 2022. Okay. So he has his last hit was in Game 3 of the 2022 NLDS. He has not gotten a hit for 5 playoff games, and he is 3 for his last 42 in the postseason. His last hit coming in Game 4 of the 2021 NLCS.
He's an all-star, right?
He's
Perennial all-star.
He's an MVP.
How does a guy have what happens to him in the postseason?
He was
by your baseball.
He was going to contend for another MVP this year till he got his wrist or his hand broken. When he came back from his broken hand, he picked up right where he left off. He tore it up. Usually, my first inclination when a great player struggles in the postseason is pucker factor. Just tight as a drum.
Okay, all right, I can see that.
But I don't think that's what this is with him.
But not Mookie Betts.
He has
11 years in, you're still puckering?
Well, I don't think time matters. I think success matters. He's had success in the postseason. He was incredibly successful with the Dodgers when they won the World Series in 2020. He was very successful with the Red Sox when they won the World Series prior to that. He's been in the postseason going all the way back to 2016. He's played in the postseason 8 years. So this is a relatively new phenomenon.
Are
where
they
he's struggling.
pitching him differently in the postseason?
I don't know if they're pitching him differently. I think what it is, and again, this is not he should find hits no matter what. He's Mookie Betts. You're never shorthanded when you're Mookie Betts. He's that good of a player. If you're making a list of the best players in baseball and you get past 5 people and you haven't said his name, you've done it wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
That's how good of a player
I like how
he
you
is.
said he's Mookie Betts. Okay, I'm with you. Which guy is the real guy? Because you just named off some numbers. That's a trend
there.
there.
The pucker factor has to be in there. And the other part is he's squeezing it like crazy, and you're seeing nothing but really good pitching. Now, here's the rub. So's everybody else. You know, other teams are finding ways to get hits with their guys.
Except
Shohei got a hit. Padres are facing a little bit less.
Right.
But honestly, it's a really weird scenario because if this were an Alex Rodriguez phenomenon, I'll even throw, you know who struggled in the playoffs forever, right up until they did?
Give me another name.
Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was...
When did Bonds struggle in the playoffs?
His entire career until he got to the Giants to the World Series that year against the Angels.
Until he
Leading
gassed
up to that,
Wow.
he was terrible in the postseason. You know who else was terrible in the
With
postseason?
the Pirates, yes.
And the Giants
And the
originally.
okay.
You know who else was terrible?
Who?
Alex Rodriguez, one of the great players of all time, was terrible in the postseason until he wasn't. Math people will tell you, hey, this is just about, small sample sizes. Mookie Betts should not go weeks or games or 3 for 42 in any situation. He's too good of a player, so there has to be an external. I think he's trying to do way too much.
Okay,
I think
there
he's
you go.
Putting way too much pressure on himself. He's trying to hit the proverbial 10-run home run. It's like, dude, just be yourself.
I wonder where the pressure's coming from.
It's got to be internal. It's got to be
internal for what? Like you feel like you have to be the catalyst?
Yeah, I need to be Mookie.
But that ain't your job. That's Shohei's job. You know what I mean? I guess maybe that could be. But he struggled before Shohei got here in the postseason, right?
He's struggled
before
last
Shohei
2 years.
got here.
This is the 3rd consecutive year where he has been absent.
That's just. Has anybody ever asked him, had the temerity to ask him that question, why are you struggling in the postseason? I would ask that question from the back of the room.
In so many words, but it's. They all say the same thing. It's baseball. We're doing the best we can. Some tough pitch, blah, 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 blah. If anybody had an answer to it, they wouldn't struggle.
Well, you're a baseball. 3 for 42, is that just baseball?
Can be. But that's
really?
not for a player like that.
Okay.
Not for a player like that.
Then this is really inexplicable.
I think it's pucker. Really, and if he hadn't had the success before, I'd be certain it was pucker.
Well, I wonder if going on the road's going to help him, and I hope it's a raucous, crazy environment that might, snap you out of your own head.
What I was hoping is that Shohei would unlock him. That Shohei, and it felt like maybe because he did get on base, there was a walk, there were some other situations, but a hit would help immensely.
Yeah.
There that speech in Bull Durham where one little bleeder, one little Texas league or a blue single. You just one thing.
What do you say? A ground ball with eyes.
A ground ball with eyes, right?
Yeah.
One ground ball with eyes, I think would be that. Okay, we're okay.
Question.
Shoot.
If Profar doesn't make that catch in the outfield. Does that unlock?
I think it
Mookie?
does.
Okay.
I really. There's another great example. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
He hit a home run that wasn't. Right, the Profar goes in and pulls it back out, and again, that ball wasn't a rocket. It was a high fly ball that was hit to the right part of the field. But one little thing, a double, a base hit, just anything, an infield hit where he just get on base and feel good about what's happening and relax a little bit. But now that Freddie's down, now all of a sudden the pressure turns up a little bit.
I remember pushing and pressing as a player, and just the more you press, the worse you play. And then you just kind of relax and something stupid happens. Like, you fall on a fumble. You didn't do anything.
Right.
The ball was there and you fumbled.
You feel good.
But you feel good about yourself. And then you start to, maybe. Or maybe there's something about, like, he thinks, I don't know, the whole Shohei thing.
What do you mean?
The whole Shohei show, when you're the guy and then there's another guy that shows up.
Guy comes in and shadows you?
Yeah, and you can't really, like, be upset because he's helping you win, which is the goal. But you always envisioned you being that guy. And there's somebody else dancing with your date.
The answer to that, play better. Get hit. Look, Dodger fans love Mookie Betts.
Of course they do.
Want to
I'm just
throw
talking
a
about
party
human
for him.
nature.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening. I think,
but this predates Shohei, though.
It predates him by 2 full playoff rounds,
something else.
by 2 full seasons. I just think he's putting an immense amount of pressure on himself. And look, the Dodgers know collectively that their pitching is in a spot that's really vulnerable. They are exceedingly vulnerable on the mound, which means coming into a playoff game knowing, hey, listen, we're going to win this game. We got to score 6 or 7 or 8 runs. That's asking a lot against good pitching.
Yeah.
If you're playing the Colorado Rockies or the Florida Marlins or one of these teams, and it's like, hey, we're going to have to score 6 or 7 or 8. All right, we probably will because those guys. But when you know you're going to get a Darvish or a Cease or a Michael King or one of these guys, and then all that fat in the middle of the bullpen that you can usually score runs on gets trimmed, and you don't get to face those guys, that they go from starter to lockdown guys, it's hard to score 6 or 7
Get
runs.
on base, and just with one swing, it's 3-0. With one swing, you're in the lead, or you could tie it up. You've got that guy. You've got that ability.
And here's why. And again, I'm kind of forcing myself into this a little bit, but I actually believe it at the same time. Here's why I'm optimistic about what's coming up tomorrow and Wednesday, and hopefully not beyond. Hopefully the Dodgers have advanced, but if they do go to a Game 5, which feels super likely, they showed a great deal of resilience in Game 1. They were down 3-0 before somebody put their butt in a seat. It was game.
Seems like they've always been down after the first.
They were. They were again yesterday.
Yeah.
But 3-0 in a playoff game with Dylan Cease on the mound, that you're in trouble.
That's scary. Yeah. That's phone booth with Tyson.
Bang.
Yeah.
Second inning. Bang. Tied up. Place rocking. Padres go right back out and get 2 more.
I know.
And that could have.
They're good.
Previous Dodger teams might have. Oh, man. They go back. They could take the lead right back again. This is really good. They do have grit. They do have fight. They do have that bullpen was really good the first day. A little bit less the second day. But I did like the fight that I saw from those guys. And the Dodgers have been accused of being way too corporate, way too professional, way too buttoned up, way too, slavish to the analytics
to
of
the
it
system.
all.
Yeah.
And that was a, blanket. Hey, you're pitching 2 innings.
I don't think you had a choice, to be honest, Trav. I mean, really. I mean, what do they say about man's best creations? It comes trying to overcome nature. Your starter goes 3. What choice do you have?
Yeah.
And then you're burned the next day. So you're going to have to.
And then for a loss, a loss by 8 is as bad as a loss by 1.
Doesn't
They're
matter.
both an L.
It's 1-1.
Yeah.
It's 1-1.
You believe that?
Yes.
I mean, a loss is a loss, a win is a win.
Honestly,
yeah.
I could sleep better at night after what happened last night than if I lost by 1 run and felt like I left some stuff on the table.
Lost a lot of games by 1 point. It stings when you have a chance to win. When you get your butt kicked, yeah, that matters a lot more. I know it's a loss and a win. Oh my God, yes.
Not in baseball.
Because you're still thinking about it. Like,
not
good Lord, they just
Bad
crushed
night.
us.
Next
You
one.
can't just wipe it clean.
I can.
Yeah.
For baseball, you have to. You play every day.
Especially if your whole system goes wrong and you've damaged yourself for the next game.
But it didn't.
Yeah.
They actually kind of hit the reset button. Their system is back in place for Game 3. Now, what it looks like in Game 4, time will tell. But hey, look, Kopech is back. Phillips is back. Trinan is back. Now, whether they'll be effective or not, we'll find out.
Yes, sir.
No, in baseball,
No wonder you guys are so crazy.
They kicked our butts.
Short memories.
You play every day for 6 months.
It's nuts. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, butt kickings last for a minute.
Football's different because you got 6 days to dwell on it. If I'm worried about you kicked my butt yesterday and I'm still out here playing today, I can't do that.
The butt kickings in football are far more painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you get dragged for 56 points, that hurts a lot. Yes, you're getting beat up.
Yeah, they got their asses kicked yesterday. Whatever, but you know what? It doesn't count twice. It's 1-1.
Yeah.
It's 1-1
baseball.
Yeah.
Yes, and
even
it is
though
1-1.
you are without Freddie now, maybe.
Well,
whatever they took before game 1, let's get some more of that.
You don't play till Tuesday, right? Yeah. You'll see Freddie again.
I think he'll give it a go. Whether he can play or not, we'll see. And again, the problem last night was twofold. It wasn't just that they didn't score; the pitching blew up, and you're gonna. We said it, right? Hey, can you get Yamamoto to give you 5? He gave you 3, and they were a bad 3. Hey, can you get Flaherty to give you 6? Nope, he gave you 5, and it was a bad 5. He gave you 4. Both of those guys. Wow. Yamamoto gets an F.
Wow.
Flaherty gets a C-.
You can't give Yamamoto a D?
No. Well,
not even
and I will give him a D. He got 3 innings. Had it been 1 or 2, it's an F.
That's
You're right.
enough.
There we go. You came and saw the teacher in his office hours and said, "Can I get a D?" Fine.
Sure.
He went further than Bobby Miller and Kershaw did last year.
You're right. You're right. Those were Fs. I take it back. Those were Fs. This was I'm going to give him a D-.
Give him a
you know
D-.
why?
You know why? F+.
No, he gets a D- because he got $360 million in the offseason.
That's a D-?
That's a D-.
So you're grading him down for his paycheck?
I am.
Dang.
I am.
I'm going to avoid your side of the building, Mr. Hand.
Well, not a good day for him. Hey, let's talk about the other thing that was super fun yesterday. The Rams lose to the Packers, and that wasn't because the good news is it wasn't because of the defense. But I do know why it happened. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Hey, let me ask you, your vehicle, that little sticker in the window, right? Is it due for service? If it is, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Because for over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people like you and me. I know what you're thinking. I don't have time to get to that today. You do. There's a Valvoline right around the corner from basically wherever you are. There are 80 locations around Southern California, so there's one not far from you. And you are in and out in 15 minutes. You don't even get out of the car. Valvoline, you stay in your car nice and relaxed while the expert technicians make sure that your ride is at its absolute best. They got you covered. Oil changes, tire rotations, transmission care, and a whole lot more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. They got you covered for wipers, too, if you need that. 80 locations, as I mentioned, help you get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. So visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential. But finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the
football
first...
fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win and experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
Accident, or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Great game. You got into the end zone again and again. How'd it feel?
Awesome. Like getting a new iPhone again and again. I just got the new iPhone 16 Pro today.
Really?
Yeah. And with AT&T Next Up Anytime, I can upgrade early every year.
Very nice.
Feel like an MVP again. Learn how to get the new iPhone 16 Pro on us and the latest iPhone every year with AT&T Next Up Anytime. AT&T. Connecting changes everything. Offer subject to change. Additional fees, terms, and restrictions apply. $0 offer may not be available on future iPhones. Next Up Anytime feature may be discontinued at any time. See att.com/iPhone for details.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So the story I told you this morning, I can't tell that story, right?
What story?
My walk to the stadium yesterday.
You can tell that story. I had
no,
a
it's not.
yeah.
It's the worst walk I've had in a very long time.
You had to
I
run?
had a fantastic.
Oh, I couldn't. I wanted to, and I couldn't.
I had an issue where I was coming back from the Rams game to here, stuck in traffic, trying to get here for the post-game show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What was this guy's name? Have you seen American Pie?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the most famous catchphrase from American Pie?
Band camp.
Right.
Yeah.
This one time at band camp, right?
Sure.
So,
Good
okay,
pull,
so where I
right?
park, I have to get in the carts and ride down like where the players ride down, past the mural.
Okay.
Have you seen the mural in the tunnel? Have you guys seen the mural?
I
together?
saw it
that's
a
right next to that-
long time ago.
Is that next to the NFL building?
Yes, the
See,
mural going in there.
I park at the NFL building, so I know where that is.
Oh my God! You start with Aaron. It's every concert. It's just so awesome. I mean, if you're a young player seeing that, this is what you want to be right there. But so I'm going down and I'm having a conversation, meet people, talk to people, Travis. So the guy that's driving me, we start talking about ball, and I don't know how the trombone came up. Right? I said, "Oh, my daughter's playing the trombone. I played the trombone." Yeah. I was the trombone.
You did, or the guy you're talking to played the trombone?
The guy played the trombone.
Okay.
I'm riding.
My sister played the trombone.
Trombone. My daughter's playing, 9-year-old playing the trombone. It's awesome. So he goes, yeah, I play the trombone. I used to play it, and I played Petey, the trombone player, in American Pie 2. Like, I'm like, you're what? Yeah, I was the kid at band camp.
No kidding.
Petey, the trombone player in the movie American Pie 2
Where
is
does
driving
the trombone go?
Right.
That's the question.
Right.
I only know the original American Pie. I'm unfamiliar with its multiple sequels.
Oh, you gave up on it after the one?
Well, I felt like I'd heard the jokes.
It was more of the same.
Yeah.
You're right. I got a picture with the guy. I got to put that out. It's so funny.
I haven't seen it either, but is the trombone used to play music?
I got to go look at it again to make sure. But he said he's Petey from American Pie 2.
Maybe
Plays the
before you
trombone.
show it to your daughter.
But that was cool. That was on the way in. So, yes, you can tell the story. Please tell the story. Somebody out there is suffering right now and needs to hear from you.
So, I've been in some form of GI distress for the last 3 or 4 days.
Thank you.
And I can't quite shake it.
Yes.
And so I parked my car at Hollywood Park Casino, because that's where we do the postgame show from the Rays Lounge, park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. And I start making the walk to SoFi. And I can tell you almost exactly how far the walk is. It's like 1.25 miles. That's
Okay.
how long of a walk it is.
20 minutes.
About 20 minutes.
Yes.
Park the car, and I start walking. And from where you start to where I need to be, it's just parking lots. Okay. Then with tailgates and people, and there are some portables here and there, but nothing that I can see. I get about halfway. I'm in no man's land, DeMarco.
The PNR.
And that whatever that entity is that tells you It's like from God goes,
oh, no.
You have 30 seconds. And
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, oh,
And then in
no.
comes the 24 counter. Tung, tung,
Yes.
tung.
I break into a cold sweat. It was not cold yesterday.
I'm sorry.
I have sweat pouring
Oh,
down.
my
Like I
God.
guarantee anybody that
And there's
saw me-
people out there, right?
There's people, hundreds,
everywhere.
thousands,
Okay.
everywhere.
Yes.
And I start thinking, am I going to get arrested for what I'm about to do? Am I going to lose my job for what I'm about to do? Or do they write you a ticket and kind of roll their eyes and keep you moving?
Twitter goes crazy. Travis Rogers.
And Emily,
2 out of
Emily,
3.
I swear to you, I'm like, and the odds are somebody's going to recognize me.
Of course.
Because, you know.
You
it's-
were going to go viral.
It's a Rams game. I've been with the Rams for 9 years.
And Locked On.
Somebody will know that, hey, is that Travis?
Oh, yeah. That's Travis.
And I'm thinking, I literally am thinking,
Somebody would say that while you're doing it. Hey, Travis!
Do I get fired?
No.
Because this is coming back. And
I
I'm
don't think
thinking-
so.
and
Would you fire him over that? It's not like he's trying to do
I
it.
didn't do it because it would be funny.
Yeah.
I did it because I was about to die.
They didn't fire Shannon Sharp, so there's that. But there's
This is
also
true.
So I just basically say,
Yeah.
I'm just going to see if I can make it. And I did. By the
You made
skin,
it. You
I made
made
it
it.
to the
Okay.
stadium.
Good for
I
you.
got to a spot, and I
We've all
made
been
it.
there.
Thank God.
Thank you.
I was shivering. I was so nervous and scared and sick and just all of the above.
I'm glad you said shiver. Yeah, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, we almost
Shiver.
went the other verb.
Yeah, oh
so
my
if
God.
we're in the middle of a segment here and you got a dart, we know
Yes.
why.
If that shot clock goes off, go ahead.
It's the worst feeling. The only
Yeah.
place that could have been, and I don't even know if it would be worse, is you're stuck in a traffic jam in the middle lanes. Like, because if you're on one of the sides, like, I can
Oh,
just
in the
pull
car,
over.
in the car. Yeah,
but if
yeah.
you're stuck in the middle, it's like, yeah. Anyway, it was a bad start to a bad day for the
I think
Rams.
I would try to help you out. I'd hold up the towel like they do on the sidelines with an injured guy. I'd
know,
try to help you out.
I never thought of that.
See?
That's a good point.
I would do that.
could have gone to somebody and say, hey, listen, man, you know what I should have done?
Help me out.
There's
Yeah.
RVs.
There
hey,
you
listen,
go.
I hate to can I please
See?
use your
Talk
RV?
to people. I would have
Somebody
no
would say
problems.
no, right?
Well, Jorge would.
I wouldn't.
Jorge would say no.
Okay, wait.
I would get 2 rows
Trust
of
me. Trust me. Had you seen the look on my face, you would know I wasn't kidding.
I'm with you. That's what
Okay,
I'm saying. Yes.
I know this is a different situation. So I was a kid. I was maybe like in middle school, maybe younger, and my family and I were on a lake day. So we were on Lake Anna. There's obviously no places to stop to the bathroom unless you're in the lake, but I can't go in the lake. It's just I can't do it.
Just because the lake freaks you out?
No, my body will not let me do it.
okay.
There's zero chance it'll happen.
Go walk in the lake or
No, I can go in the lake. I just cannot go
Got
to
you.
the bathroom
Got
in the
you,
lake.
got you.
And
Okay.
so I need to go to the bathroom. I swim ashore to this random people's lake home. Think if they're there, I go knock, knock, knock. And this is also in like rural Virginia, so who knows what this knock is?
Yeah, right.
I'm like,
bang.
I'm 10 years old. Knock,
Right.
knock, knock. Can I please use your bathroom? Someone let me use it.
Oh, see?
so,
Human
Wow.
beings
but I'm
are
a
nice.
10-year-old young woman.
Talk
so.
to people, Trav. See, this is what
I didn't
happens.
want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to dig a hole and die. I like, you know what I was on, it was one of those things. I'm like, what would be best? The best outcome of what's about to happen is if I just got taken right now, like just drop dead in the middle of this thing. They'd save the
Oh, my
embarrassment
God.
and
You
everything
meant, like,
else.
snatch.
I don't think you
Like-
get fired. You go viral. That's great. And I don't think you get arrested either. It's like, officer, do you really think I want to be doing this right now?
I'm not doing it to be funny. Or I'm
Yes.
like, I'm sick. What do you want
Give
from
me
me?
the ticket and help me out
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
please. And then the game started, and that was
Oh.
not great either. That was maybe worse.
Wow.
The beginning of the game was good. I mean,
it
wasn't bad.
It was a fun game. It had its ebbs and flows. You lived and died. I mean, that was a weekend of entertainment. That's why you go to the movies, right?
It was a fun. Well, fun's the wrong word. It was an exciting ending because
Yes.
they made a run at it, but they just don't have the horsepower
Yeah.
to try to come back from deficits like that.
Every-
you can't
no.
throw an interception. You can't fumble.
Yeah.
The defense, which has been an Achilles heel for them, was fine.
Young and improved. They're going to get better on defense. I have been there, and I rode up the cart this back out with Verse and Brian and Young, Byron Young, and just listening to those guys talk about the game and how they felt about losing. It was encouraging because they're getting sick of it, and that's the way you should feel when you lose games like that. They are the leaders of the football team, but you just made too many mistakes. You had Jordan Love on the ropes You had him on the ropes.
I'm not sold on that guy, by the way. He's okay.
I'll say this: if he was more accurate early,
the game would have been over.
They would have killed him.
That was a bad pick six to throw to.
Yeah,
horrible, bad decision. But once he righted the ship and kind of settled himself down and played keep away, you got problems.
He has moments where he's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he's the second coming of Brett Rippon or anything like that. But I'm also. I saw some throws in the first half that were not good
way
at
off,
all.
But
way off.
He settled and hit, and they give them credit. They settled him down with play calling. And Josh Jacobs is a great salve to have when your quarterback is all over the place. Give it to him. He'll settle it down. They got the screen game going, and boom, 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 they were in the end zone. So, and to people on Twitter, you were exactly right. When you talk about the best teams in the NFC, we have to start including the Packers. We have to. I know it's weird, and I'm not ready to say it, and I don't know why I'm out on them, but you have to give them credit.
I've seen one good team in the NFC so far. One.
Minnesota?
Yeah. There's some others that don't stink. I don't think the Packers stink. I don't think the Cowboys stink.
Lions.
You know what? I want two teams. Lions are good too. The Vikings and the Lions look like a good team to me.
But Packers don't stink.
No, they don't stink.
That's what I mean.
There's 7 playoff spots. You got 2 teams that are good. You've got 10 that are and then you got 3 or 4 that aren't very good at all.
So when we're talking about the include the Packers in there.
Yeah, I think they're in the The Commander, I'm not sure they're good. They don't stink, but they're in the middle. He's terrific.
Oh, my God, that kid is good. Yes,
So the question is, and we can get to this coming up after the best of the weekend, is this the low point of the Sean McVay era that we're seeing right now? The performances that we're seeing, the inability that they found to move the ball, the inability to get the ball in the end zone when you do get inside the red zone, that's coming up at 10. I'm still on the old clock. At 10, that's coming up. But coming up next, we've got our best of. So call in right now, 877-710-3776. That's 877-710-ESPN. And give us your best of the NFL weekend for your chance to win a 2-night hotel stay, dinner for 2, and then golf for 2 or bowling at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. That's all coming up on Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about my pals at Rotolo Chevrolet. I got to talk to them again this weekend, as a matter of fact. I always like talking to my guys at Rotolo because they make you feel good. And not just me, not just because I've bought cars from Rotolo, not just because I've been driving Chevy Silverados for years now. I got to drive that incredible electric Hummer that they let me have for a few days. But they're going to make you feel good. And for the most simple and obvious and best reason possible, transparency, courtesy. You're going to feel great about your purchase at Rotolo Chevrolet. They've got the truck that you've been looking for. They're going to give you a great price on that truck, and you're going to feel great about every single part of the sales process. From the moment you walk on the lot at Rotolo Chevrolet to the moment you drive off in that new Silverado, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. That's why they've been Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. So if you've been looking, go on out. Rotolo Chevy, right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. If you can't get to Fontana, go online, rotolochevy.com, ROTOLO, rotolochevy.com, and tell them that Travis sent you.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon, or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, what up? It's Matt Barnes here. If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law.
For me, it's about getting the top result and the top value for your claim. Even if you didn't have insurance during the accident, Uncle Artie will still help you. I'm sure a lot of you out there got turned back from attorneys when you said, I don't have insurance. Well, guess what? Uncle Artie can still help you. It does not matter. Give us a call. You have nothing to lose. We take the case on a contingency. You don't pay up front.
Uncle Artie's not just my friend, but he's your uncle in the business. Artie Pernia is a seasoned personal injury attorney who works with you, so you receive the best possible compensation for your case. Let Uncle Artie and the Pernia Law family provide peace of mind, so you can focus on your recovery.
Trust us, trust Uncle.
When you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law, 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Martha was ready to switch to a career in IT.
There's always a need for IT specialists, especially with AI coming out and cybersecurity. It's practically recession-proof.
My Computer Career even provides job placement help.
The career specialists, they're very helpful. They care about you as a person. You're not just a number to them. I would recommend My Computer Career wholeheartedly to anyone.
Take the free career evaluation today. Become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
And it is the Travis and DeMarco Show, right here on 710 ESPN, a Monday edition, which means Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is going to help us with the best of the football weekend. Best of the football weekend. Let's get his thoughts, the Rams Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, with his best of the football weekend right now.
Best. I'm going to make Emily really, really happy. And you gave me this. I'm so glad you did. TJ Watt racked up his 100th sack.
Oh, yeah.
In, was it less than 100 games or 100 games?
No, he did it in 109 games.
109 games. And he's second only to Reggie White,
yeah,
who broke 196 games. Now, I think Reggie's achievement is, a little far better than TJ Watt's. Watt's an outside guy. Reggie did it from everywhere, but 100 sacks in how many games again for TJ Watt?
109 games for TJ Watt.
Amazing.
That's a sack a game. That's
I never thought I'd say this. He's better than his brother.
Yeah, it's funny. It takes you a while because JJ was so good and he was first.
Yes.
And what was he? I think he was Defensive Player of the Year 3 times.
Correct. He was the Aaron before Aaron.
Right.
He has 114 sacks, so closing in on Big Brother. Same with Reggie. JJ did it from inside and out. TJ Watt is mainly outside, but 100 sacks in 104 games?
Yeah, still a game record no matter what he does.
My best of the week, yeah.
When I was watching the game yesterday, every single time Justin Fields dropped back to do a pass, I knew it was going to be incomplete or picked. Every single time the Steelers are on the field, I think that it's going to be a turnover in the favor of the Steelers.
They
and
nearly stole it, and
Yes.
they nearly stole the game again despite doing nothing on offense.
They had a freaking quarterback.
When you go to a horror movie, expect to be scared.
Yeah,
yes.
There you go. All right, my turn, Em? All right, so my best of the weekend was a play that I think you're going to see all season long. Lamar Jackson, bad snap, on the ground, picks it up, stiff arms the rush by himself, puts the guy on the ground, backs up another 10 yards, and then throws a laser beam into the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Lamar has a long list of highlight plays. This one, if it's not at the top, it's right near the top. Just an unbelievable play by Lamar Jackson. That was the best thing I saw.
Same thing as Mookie. How does a guy that good flame out in the postseason?
Pucker factor.
It must be.
Pucker factor.
There might be something
Better
to the pucker.
defenses?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, everybody's good for the most part.
But yesterday in week 5 of the season, Lamar Jackson's the guy. 4 touchdown passes. He was terrific.
That's not a stiff arm. That's a mush.
That was a mush. All right, let's do a phone call here. Let's go to Mateo in Los Angeles. Mateo, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up?
Hi, guys. So my best of the weekend was, even though we lost, the Rams pass rush has gotten a lot better. Like, they keep improving every week. There's always pressure on the quarterback, I feel like. And our run defense just needs a little help, but I think we're going to be good.
I see you, Mateo. Oh, will you stop? Don't listen to him. He's right. He's right. That rush is getting good, and they're going to be good.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
The defense was not the problem yesterday. The offense was dreadful
they're
yesterday.
Getting home.
I don't know. If you throw a pass between 3 Rams, 50 yards, and hit your target at the goal line.
No, pass rush. He said. That's
I understand, but I think you got a bit of an issue.
They scored a touchdown on defense. They never do that.
Yeah.
They only scored 13
That's almost
points.
like that fake punt a few weeks ago.
I don't know how.
Come on, they won that game.
I swear,
Chris.
I don't know how
They won
Witherspoon
which game?
lost that.
They won the 49ers game. It was
like
a
it
W.
went right through his
punt.
arm.
You're right.
I don't know how he lost that.
It wasn't a great play.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you, Mateo. You win a 2-night hotel stay, dinner for 2, and then golf or bowling for 2 at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Stay on the line. Emily will hook you up. Congratulations to you, Mateo. Why are you here, Chris?
Poor Mateo, thinking that the Rams secondary is better.
We didn't say that.
He said the pass rush.
It's all going to be okay, guys. It's
Oh,
fine.
my God.
The bye week is going to be like a mirror. It's going to be like that guy that sells holy water during Columbo episodes. If you just buy this holy water, like the bye week, everything's going to get washed away.
No, that's not true.
That's not it.
That's not it.
Do you think McVay will wear a suit on Amazon next year or like an open shirt? He
I
seems
think
like an
he'll
open
be,
shirt.
I think he'll be coaching.
I think he's an open
next
shirt
year.
guy.
I think he'll be coaching.
Meanwhile, that other thing. See, I was nice to not do an open today. I was also in several meetings, but
I think it was more that than you being nice. But go ahead.
But again, there was so much. We're both heartbroken about USC. Lincoln Riley, if I had a bobblehead,
you'd smash it.
I'd smash it apart. You don't lose to Minnesota. I can't
11
remember.
and 9 in his last 20.
And I also can't remember a team nearly in the top 10 being knocked out with one game.
They got exposed Saturday.
Yeah. Oh my God,
They got
yes.
exposed Saturday.
Lincoln Riley, I'm coming. I got to find a bobblehead
What
first.
about? Come on, give me what I want.
I know what you want.
Give me what I want.
But you're going to get it tomorrow. You know why tomorrow? Not only is tomorrow a Live Imaging Tuesday, we are adding live and local Dodgers playoff, real Dodgers talk content, and it starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, live and local with Shinano, Cappy, and myself. 7 a.m.
for the Dodger game.
Then
huh?
this show 9 to noon. Mason and Ireland noon to 3. Then we've got, I believe, Beto and Bergman in the afternoon 3 to 6.
Okay.
And then
Double
Clinton.
Bs.
Exactly. Double Bs. Then Clinton and Marcus tomorrow night. So we will react during the game. We will bring you the highlights courtesy of ESPN Radio. But while you're watching the game, go second screen 710. Pull us up on YouTube. Get in that YouTube chat. By the way, I went in the YouTube chat on Friday.
Yeah.
Beto told me to.
Yeah.
It's a weird place.
They're active, shall we say?
And then when I walk in, they're like little cockroaches. They all run away.
Wow.
And then Beto's like, come back, come back.
Yeah.
But what's fun about that, the second screen of it all, you have your one screen, which can be the broadcast of the game, and
Right.
you get your guy's voice. You can even mute your TV and put the guy's voice on, but you
Yes.
see the reactions live in real time, because I know you guys can see like Bergman and Beto's Twitter presence, and just imagine watching the game with them, and I'm
Exactly.
sure you get all that raw emotion right there. So definitely put them on your second screen.
Speaking of raw emotion,
Yeah.
that means that tomorrow at 9 a.m., when this show goes on the air,
I'm aware.
I would already be warmed up for about 3 hours.
I know. It crossed my mind this morning when you sent out the email, and I saw that you would be fully
ready.
You'd be at full sail by
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. By the time we get to 9 o'clock, yeah, I thought that it's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Our friends at Yali Crew just came out with a new T-shirt, Big Deck Energy.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to have
be you.
Big Deck Energy
Big
by 10 9 a.m.
Energy.
BDE. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, enjoy the rest of the day. I'm sure you'll have many more Rams excuses ahead.
No, see, he hasn't heard the show yet today.
I
can
That's
tell
okay.
because
It's
we
all
have not
good.
made a single. They were really bad.
Don't
yesterday.
take the bait.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I just want to be quoted accurately. That's
all good.
That's my only thing. The Dodgers, I might have made an excuse or two for.
What'd you make an excuse for?
Did I think
no.
they're still alive?
You said, You said Mookie is scuffling. Yamamoto wasn't good.
Yamamoto was bad.
Pretty much everything you said that could have happened actually happened. Your bullpen got taxed.
The bullpen got. But honestly, so game one.
And if the bats go cold, you got issues.
Had they lost game one,
Yeah.
the series was over because of the capital that they spent, because of the save. They dipped into their savings dramatically to cover the cost of game one, but they bought
Paying
it.
Peter to
They
robbing
Peter to pay Paul.
Yes.
So they did, and they had to pay Paul yesterday, and they got cracked.
Yes.
They put a little money back in the bank. Now the question is, did they put enough back in the bank to cover for whatever Walker Buehler may or may not do? Because if Walker Buehler gives them what Flaherty gave them or gave them what Yamamoto gave them to get through 5+, 6+ innings of bullpen for a third day in a row, or third game in a row, that's asking a whole heck of a lot.
Walker Buehler has a chance to steal the show.
He sure can.
If you go out there and let's say you go 7, dominant.
Honestly, so here,
shut them down. Yes,
I want to go back to the Rams, and I want to talk about whether this is kind of the low point of the McVay era. But I want to jump on Buehler too, because I think there are 3 really positive outcomes that he could give you. One a little bit more likely than the other 2.
3 positive outcomes.
3 positive outcomes that
outside
he could give
of
you.
winning.
No. Just the performance that he could give you. But they're going to have to swing the bat. You're not going to win these games 2-1. You're not.
Either way, no matter what you do on the hill,
it's not going to happen.
You're still going to have to. You're going to have to hit
if
the
the
win.
Dodgers win games, it's going to be 5 or more runs.
And you got Shohei.
And Shohei's going to have to contribute, and Mookie's going to have to wake up at some point. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN. Getting quality
Hey,
employees.
football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
I had a football triple-header this weekend, DeMarco.
You had a football triple-header this weekend.
Remember I told you on Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I went 2-1.
Dana Point, 6-0.
Yep.
San Diego State.
Yep. They won. They stink, but they won.
And who lost?
The Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Okay. Yeah.
The Rams?
You were there.
I was there. Yes. I didn't know you were doing the postgame show right behind me.
Oh, yeah. Well, halftime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the halftime show. I didn't know you were right behind me the whole
That's
time.
because you're usually down in the field. So Maurice was in London, so you were doing the color
I was
with,
up in the booth,
JB.
but that booth ain't that big. I'm leaning back, and Bergman shows up. I'm
Yeah.
like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And then you lean over. I'm like, oh, my God, you guys were here the whole time?
We're there every time.
But
That's where we do halftime from.
Well, lean over and say hello.
I did.
After. Before the show starts.
The halftime show is, it's the best 4 minutes in radio. You got to be fired up to knock that thing out. So,
I feel you.
I like to be
Yeah.
focused.
Halftime,
and by the way,
yeah.
at halftime, we're feeling pretty good about what was going on. They had a 13-10 lead.
I was euphoric. I tried to take it all in when they went into halftime, and I'm like, the Rams have the lead. And I was thinking in my head, this could be the best feeling I have all day because of how this season has been going. So let me just take this in.
They have not put two halves together all year.
No, they haven't played their best game. They're still in search of it. They're still making a ton of mistakes, stuff that you don't usually see under the McVay era. And that's funny. You said you had a caller? Is he gone?
I do. I do want to get to the caller real quick, but I do want to tell a story about this before we take the caller. When I leave at halftime. So again, I was riding high, leaving at halftime. I get to my car, and by the time I get to my car, it's right about kickoff of the second half. And so I hear you and JP taking the calls, and oh wow, they're driving down the field. Oh wow, fumble. And I feel like every single time I get in my car and I'm trying to get down the street to get back to LA Live here. It's just their first drive coming out every game sucks of the second half. Every game, it's like either a fumble or...
And I want to throw something else in there, too. It's not just coming out of the second half. It's going into the first half. They get the pick six. Love makes a terrible play, and McCullough ends up scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
Jalen McCullough scores a touchdown.
Look what I found, Mom.
Hey, we'll take it, right? The Rams when was the last time they had a defensive touchdown? It felt like JB, a million years ago.
It was a while back, yes.
Yeah. This is not something that they, make money on. Is defensive touchdowns.
Kobe Durant, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, pick six.
Pick six. There you go. Yeah.
Then you're thinking, okay, hey, look, they got some momentum. They stole a touchdown. They had the nice drive where Kyren got in. Like all of these things, you're feeling pretty good about it. And then they give up a chunk play, another chunk play. They kick a field goal, the Packers do, right before the end of the half. And whatever good vibes you had going on are like, yeah, well, they just gave back half of it. They missed the PAT after the touchdown.
Oh, my God, I didn't see that. Why did he miss that? Did you catch the replay?
It just looked like he hooked it.
He just missed. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the video.
It
I'm like,
may have been tipped. I was in the press box with you, so I was a long way away from it.
I didn't see the tip symbol.
I didn't either, but it was such a wild miss. I thought maybe somebody got a hand on it because it was so offline.
I want to see from snap to hold because sometimes that's the case, but the kicker gets blamed.
Yeah.
Just like a quarterback. When it bounces off your chest, it goes as a pick for him.
Yeah. Let's try phone call. Let's go to Hawthorne and Robert. Robert, you're on with Travis and DeMarco. What's up?
I can't believe this.
Yes, Travis DeMarco. How you guys? This was a terrible week if you're a fan in L.A.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Not Saturday night, wasn't it?
So talking about the Rams, the Rams have chances. I just don't like the way that they do not take the points when they had in the first half. Did the same thing with the Lions game. Did not take the points they're giving you. And then at the end of the game, you're scrambling to score a touchdown where you wouldn't even have needed a touchdown. And also the defense plays okay, but they miss so many tackles. The edge, they're always getting burned around the edges. It's so frustrating when you look at this like every time.
All true. Everything he said is true. Really, I mean, the defense, like you said, for as the credit we give them for being a good front, they do make mistakes, and they haven't really covered up anyone. And the tight end that scored is inexcusable.
Twice,
but the one where he ran, how was
Tucker Kraft?
That's inexcusable. Look, at one, he's open. Number two, you got to get him on the ground.
He was wide open, so he was going to have that was going to be a big play.
They blew the coverage, number one.
Blew the coverage, number one. And two guys couldn't get him down.
You've got
He's
to get him down.
He's a tight end juking guys down the sideline.
Yes.
Come on, man.
He's a good tight end. I never thought he was special. That you made him look special. You made Swift look better than he was the week before. So they have their issues on defense. Everything he said is exactly right. Now, the points thing, taking the points, That's a matter of philosophy. I tend to lean towards Matt Stafford and Sean McVay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You might be in a situation now to take points. You might be in a situation, if it's there, take the 3. But I think we could, take the 3. I think you might be there at 1-4.
So I said to Kirk in the moment, I said, Emily heard me, I said, why, what are we doing? So it's 4th and 4 from the 4, 4th and goal from the 4. I get that when the Rams are firing, I don't have a problem with it. You got Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp as options down there.
When it's bang, bang.
Tyler Higbee.
Let's
Kyron,
go.
yeah.
I got lots of good options right here. Let's go. I'm going to trust Matthew Stafford with Parkinson and Tutu and DeMarcus. Not quite feeling the same way with that. It was so early in the game. It was just their second possession of the game. Let's put 3 points on the board and see what happens. Because they lost by 5. They left those 3 there. They missed a PAT. They took a sack that took them out of field goal range at one point. So you're just leaving little chunks of points here and there. Nothing catastrophic, but I just early in the game, I get it. You want to set the tone. You want to put the ball in the hands of your best player, Matthew Stafford. I understand all of that. There was so much game left. I didn't like it at the time. If that were later in the second quarter and you had nothing going, hey, look, this is our best chance. Let's pop. This is your second drive of the game. You'd move the ball.
I'm totally with you. Offensively, take the points when you can. And good talk with Garoppolo about this when he got to San Fran. They were in the same situation. They just didn't know how to finish. And the one thing he said he took from New England, and I love this, all ears, when you talk about Belichick and New England, every possession matters.
Yeah.
Like you have to remind yourself of that. You have to be told that when you're learning how to win and how to finish.
It's interesting.
I think that might be the difference. Like you have to learn how to finish. Everything is so important. I don't think he just meant on game day. In practice, too. You have to practice that way so you play that way. So I think you're starting to see some of the, like when you say bad team or warts or they're flawed, the mistakes they make are the mistakes they've been making Monday through Friday. If that makes any sense?
It does, and they're not good enough to make mistakes.
Right.
Your margins are slim.
This
your
guy behind me covered up a lot of
He's a great
steak.
eraser.
Yes,
he's a
big
great
time.
eraser. Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp are good erasers.
They cover up a lot, yes.
You don't have enough to do that right now. So the points thing we talked about, I agree with Robert. I wanted him to kick it right there, and that's not even Monday morning quarterbacking. That was in the moment like, no. Take 3 and see what happens. Put that aside. The defense, to your point, DeMarco, there were some positives yesterday. They only gave up 13 points.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Or excuse me. They only gave up what they did. The turnovers put them in 2 really bad spots. So I'm not bad with the defense, but they still did give up a lot of chunk plays. They still do have trouble tackling. That ball that went through the middle of Achilles, both of his arms, that was a bad play.
I have no idea how you missed that.
It was. I've watched it 3 times, and somehow it ends up in his hands. That was a bad play. So the defense, I think, is a mixed bag, right? There were some positives, but there were some negatives there too. So it was better. At least the arrow's trending in the right direction. The offense was bad yesterday. They're Kyren was pretty good.
So this is what I mean. When you're bad and you lose, that's all that matters. But the thing that's sad about it is some really good stuff gets lost. Like Kyren had a great day, 22 for 102.
Can you have a great day when you fumble that leads to a touchdown?
No, but almost 5 yards of carry and a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan Whittington, another guy we talked about got hurt, but was consistent enough. 2-2 made plays. The one thing I can't figure out, and I'm kind of over, is the Parkinson thing. Like you're jamming the football in there.
They threw it to him 13 times
13
yesterday.
times, 7 catches. There's just a disconnect there. I don't know what it is. They don't know what it is, but it may be time to call someone else's number. When it's just not working like that. It's not even close to working.
So what you're describing to me is exactly what my fear is, which is I agree with you. Colby Parkinson is not the answer to that question. Okay, he's not. We've tried it. It's not working out. Where else do you want me to go? Tutu, you're higher on him than I am. Every time he gets tackled, I'm afraid he's not getting up. Demarcus Robinson he did score a touchdown yesterday, but it's just he has not really. He is a wide receiver 3. He's not a wide receiver 1 or 2, and that's kind of what you're asking him to be. I don't love the answer to that question. Tyler Johnson really has a pop. Whittington has looked okay.
Yeah.
You're using Xavier Smith in situations. He's a practice squad player. He's a special teams player. You're asking him to play important snaps. The answer to the question may not be there. The answer to the question's in the training room. And right
100%.
now,
Yeah.
right now, it's like I get it. Parkinson's not the guy. Kyren's pretty good. Can't fumble the ball. There is no answer to what they're dealing with right now. They just don't have the firepower. They don't have the personnel to win these games.
You saw Blake Corum. What'd you think?
Look great.
A couple of good runs. That's what I mean. This is the good stuff that you
know
might
what my
miss.
first question was when he finally, what took so long? Why did we have to get to the 5th game before we finally see him?
My guess, and talking to Stetson Bennett about this, like, what was your playbook like in college? And he told me, like, in college, you have so many guys signaling. So the guys on the sideline signal to the receivers. So he only has to memorize and call part of the play. In the NFL, you got to know everything. Like, not just one play, the 3 plays attached to that play in case he checks. Same thing for running backs. So if it takes you this long, that's a classroom thing. Because obviously the kid can play.
No, he can 5 yards of
but
carry.
I can't trust you to put you out there if he checks to protection and you miss.
Last year, this team was 3-6 going into their bye, and they came out and they won 7 of 8. I know that last year isn't this year, and last year 3-6 is a real hole. This hole feels deeper, even though it's a similar hole. It's 3 games under 500. This hole feels much deeper.
Make no mistake. You said cold sweat, right? It's hot. Where is it hot? You're in hell right now.
Yeah.
This is tough right now.
Is this the low point
wise.
for Sean McVay? Even that 5-12 season a few years
I
ago.
mean, I can't imagine. I don't remember this being any lower right now to where you actually have chances to win. Like with everything that went wrong in that game yesterday, everything that went wrong, the bad plays, the worst plays. You still gave Matthew Stafford the football with a chance to win it.
Yeah.
And you came up empty.
That I think was the highlight of the day for me defensively. You needed to get the ball back twice, and you did.
Yes.
You needed to give him the ball twice. He got it the first one. They got their points. It's like, okay, you need to go get it back again.
Yes.
And they did.
Woods, Lake, you lined up an 8-foot putt, and you couldn't hit it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you had a chance, and you blew it. So with all that went down. So is it the low point? If it ain't, it's close. You can still fight your way out of this, but this is dangerous.
The history of the NFL, if you're talking about fighting your way out to a playoff spot, that's exceptionally unlikely.
Let's start with 500 first.
Let's start with win the game out of the bye.
How about that?
Win the game out of the bye, and it's like, all right, you're 2-4. That's not very good, but let's see what happens next. I believe it's the Vikings after that.
Yeah.
And it's a Thursday night. It's a short week. They're on the road. They lose a day to travel on a short week to begin with. You know, nobody goes 17-0 in this league. Weird stuff happens. That's the one that you grab. Now, all of a sudden, it's like, hey, that's 2 in a row. We're at the game of 5. You can kind of tell you these stories, but they are one more loss away from who do we hold on to? Are we going to get the first pick? Because when you look at their schedule moving forward, there are 2 games on that schedule that you look at and say, okay, they might be favored. Maybe 3. Raiders, at New England, and the Miami Dolphins. And we'll see what the Dolphins look like by the time they come here. I think Dolphins are a Monday night game here at SoFi.
This is what losses do. I don't believe in Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
I'm just hating right now.
Yeah.
Minnesota's not going to be Minnesota by the time we see them. Yes, they are.
Pretty good defense.
Yeah, they're going to be good.
Pretty
Everybody's going to be
defense.
good. Yes.
Little college football corner with producer MSC. What are you doing? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA.
Hey football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
4 correct picks.
But let me tell you something right now. When you download the Prize Picks app and you use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, you make your first play at $5, they hit you with an instant $50 bonus. It doesn't matter if you win the play or you lose the play. A $5 play turns into a $50 bonus.
Oh, my God. It's amazing. They're giving you free money, for God's sake. And by the way, it's the best way to get action in sports in over 30 states, including, obviously, this one here in California.
So, George, I want everybody to download the Prize Picks app and use our code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, and let's win.
Yeah, absolutely. And Prize Picks puts its members first. So all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Man, when your picks hit, you can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes. And you know where you can do it? Only on Prize Picks.
Enter for a chance to win the ultimate winery experience at Francis Ford Coppola Winery. With airfare for 2, a 2-night hotel stay and a winery tour. Enter at ESPNLA.com. Must be 21 and a California resident. Prize awarded as a gift card. Francis Ford Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Enjoy responsibly.
This October, Valvoline Instant Oil Change invites you to drive through with a purpose and support the American Cancer Society Road to Recovery program. From October 18th to the 20th, join us for the Drive Through with a Purpose donation weekend. Visit participating locations and make a donation to help provide free rides to treatment for cancer patients. The best part? Your donation will save you up to 35% on your oil change. Visit ValvolineFightsCancer.com for details. Let's come together and support the fight against cancer.
Madame Giselle senses something in your future.
Is my boyfriend gonna propose?
It's a big storm.
Wait, we're gonna get in a fight?
No, a literal storm. Wind, heavy wind. I see a tree falling on your RV.
Oh, that's fine. I'm covered by Progressive. So, is my boyfriend there? Maybe on one knee?
The entire roof is crushed.
So, no ring.
Be prepared for the unexpected with Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Product features subject to policy terms and may not be available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
What a day on Saturday for college football. My goodness. It's the first time in the AP Top 10 that 5 of the top 11 lost in the same day since 2016. So
That's
it's not
wild.
Like, it's not like forever ago. It's like happened, 6 years ago? 8 years ago now? But it was crazy. So here's all of them. Alabama lost to Vanderbilt.
Unbelievable.
Which,
Do you know what I love? And
what?
I love a rip the goalpost out of the ground, carry it down the street celebration. I absolutely
I've
love
seen
that.
it firsthand. It is fun.
Yeah.
But it's dangerous,
Oh, it looks,
bro. There's
let
metal
Let me be clear.
coming down, yeah.
I like watching it on TV.
Yes.
I don't want to be there, but I saw them carrying it down the main drag
Down Broadway,
in Nashville. I'm like, that's awesome.
I used to think it was the coolest thing. Can't wait. They're going to rip the goalpost down until the field guy at UW.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
You know how much those goalposts cost?
I bet.
You know how much damage they do?
Raise my tuition $5 a quarter. We're getting that goalpost out of the
they
ground.
threw it in the Cumberland, and then they got it out of Cumberland. The fire department did, and they were going to probably they said the point they might cut it up and donate it to donors.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
and
awesome.
then have it back to pay the fine that they have for storming the field. It was $100,000 for storming the field that Vanderbilt got fined. So they were not the only upset that day. They also were the 22.5-point underdogs, the largest upset win since the 1978 FCS split. So here's the other upset.
22-point underdog. Did somebody bet Vandy? No.
Oh, sure.
I'm
really?
Sure.
Okay.
Like $2 to win X amount.
I
well,
mean,
the spread,
22 points.
The number is supposed to. You want
Yeah.
same action on the both sides.
But if you hit that, you need to be investigated.
So other upsets, whereas number 4 Tennessee loses to Arkansas, number 9 Missouri got their butts kicked by Texas A&M.
Exposed.
Number 10 Michigan lost to The Huskies of
We
Washington.
finally beat Michigan. It was the wrong win, but at least we beat them. Yes.
And finally, USC, number 11 USC lost to Minnesota. USC is now outside of the top 25.
That's a big drop. They were 11, right?
They were 11.
Yeah, 11 to out of the top 25 is a free fall.
In the Big Ten era, that is inexcusable to lose to Minnesota.
Yeah.
In the Big Ten era, what you're up against and the teams you have to play week in and week out, that should be a victory for you if you're at the top of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm working to find. No, you're right.
That's inexcusable. Yes.
Don't
and
worry.
the weather was good. There was nothing weird. They just lost.
Yes. Don't worry. Lincoln Riley says that they are 2 plays away from being 5-0. So don't worry about that.
You hate that?
Hate that. I hate that so much.
Breathe that out. You got a bad stomach right now.
Yeah, I do.
Breathe that out.
No. What you are is 3-2 and 1-2 in your conference. Don't tell me what it could have been. What is it?
Yeah.
Okay. But what if he sat you down and showed you the 5 plays?
I don't care. You didn't make the 5 plays.
And the other team did.
I don't. Yeah, that's one of. You know what?
What if I
DeMarco?
show you like 5 plays and 4 were like fluky? Like, wow, dang, that's just bad luck.
If it's really, fluky,
like the ball comes out and it bounces right to them,
Or a bad referee call.
That's not what this is.
I know.
This is a guy trying to spin it. This is a guy that's 11-9 in his last 20 games.
Yeah.
This is a guy that showed up and turned it really quick and did a really good job, but now all of a sudden is kind of a 500 football team over the last season and a half. And so do not sell me a car.
Oh, no.
That you are, hey, we're a lot better than we look. No, you're not. You're 3-2. And Penn State's coming to town.
Have you ever seen the movie?
And they might put it on you.
Have you seen the movie Open Water?
Is that the shark
That's
movie?
when they're just out in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, that's where he's at right now. Yeah.
And that was not the only headline coming out of Lincoln Riley's press conference. He also got a little snippy with a reporter when they were trying to ask his player Jamil Muhammad about the Minnesota's touchdown. So here's Lincoln Riley's response.
Do you feel like that last touchdown they got in for Minnesota?
No, don't ask him. Don't ask him. Yeah. Next question.
On the third and
Who
four.
cares what he says on that? Like what, player's opinion? Let's ask a more professional question.
Why waste that on that question?
Yeah.
The no comment or next question. You save that for something controversial.
Yeah.
That's a legit question.
Look, I understand I'm terribly biased in this situation. I'm on the other side of this equation.
Yeah.
Right? I'm on the reporter side. I'm on the media side. The coach, player side. A, wasn't a bad question.
No.
And B, the second you start coming at me, I know you're wrong. You know, unless my question is very personal in nature.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm making something up here. Hey, you're going through a divorce with your wife. Do you think that's why you lost tonight?
Yeah, that's out of left field.
That's out of bounds. That's one of those. What the hell are you talking about? But why did you call this play? Why were you in this alignment? Why did that guy miss the tackle? Those are football questions.
Did they make a mistake as a ref? Yeah.
Right. And your
Can't ask that.
Your response back, it can't be you're bad at your job. Ask a better question because I know you're right.
He asked his player a legit question, and Lincoln Riley stepped in. But he's a 5th-year senior, right?
Yeah, and also it's like
let him answer.
Who cares about what this player has to say? That's also not really good for your.
I mean,
player
that's a great
either.
message to. Yeah, that's a great. What do you mean? I have something to say, Coach. I'm sorry.
They asked
yes
me.
or no.
Yes. You're cornered. You don't like it. You don't have answers for what's going on, and so you lash out.
You're looking for any way out.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a pattern for Lincoln Riley. He does this every year if his team does not succeed. He gets defensive, and he gets back at the media. It's been happening since Oklahoma.
If seven other guys...
He's been doing this since Oklahoma?
Yes, he has.
I don't remember him snapping, but that's a bad look. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Seven other guys were bad pitchers. I would have been an All-American.
Say that again slower.
I don't care what it could have been. It either it is or it isn't. And losers try to convince me that losers or that losses, I should say, are not really losses.
No,
it's a loss.
You can't explain away an L. You should never do it. I saw Spags try to do it. Fish try to do it. You can't. You lose, you take the loss, and you wear it and move on. I think that's one of the things I like about Sean McVay, that we lost, let's move on. But every now and then, and it does happen in sport and in football in particular, where 7 plays probably decided 4 games. And if the ball bounced the other way, you win the game.
These are not bad bounces. These are failure of plays.
That's the other part.
And I get, look, you're not going to win every play.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm not saying you should win every play, but this was not a we had our toe out of bounds by a fraction of an inch. This was not, we got a bad call. This was a bad snap. We were trying to down the ball and bad snap over a guy. That's not what this is.
No, and I don't get why you step in front of that question.
Because you threw the ball instead of running the ball, and then you couldn't stop anybody.
Bad clock management.
You lost to Minnesota because you had, I think it was 8 penalties and made big mistakes down the line.
Ready to play on game day. You know what? You know what else looks good right now? Paul Feinbaum. I told you.
I mean, because he's very familiar. For one, he was melting down in Oklahoma, and I just want to point this out too. It's like it's not they've had terrible field position because their special teams can't get further enough down the field on returns, on punt returns, and kick returns, as well as their offensive efficiency is not as good as it has been under Lincoln Riley. This is the worst quote unquote offensive efficiency under Lincoln Riley. But it's Miller Moss. But they had to methodically work in the field, and it's just
when you got to go 80 yards to score every time, that's really hard.
Exactly.
You're going to need some short fields. You're going to need some turn, and they're just not doing it. And I know I've said this 3 times now. I want to say it a 4th time. The best team they've played all year is coming to town.
Penn State.
Penn State. Penn State will be the best opponent that they've seen so far.
I bet you they rally. Maybe they need that.
Are they done? Do you think they're out of the playoffs?
SC? Well, what if they up jump and beat Penn State? Because if they're talented and they're clicking, their defense is better, and they beat Penn State, that could change things.
SC has enough good players on their team, that they can beat anybody.
Correct.
And so if they do have, then they're back in the top 25, but they're on the precipice. A 3-loss team is not getting in.
No,
and they have 2, so they're going to have to run the table. But
if a bad loss drops you out of the top 25, a good win could put you back in the mix. But then, like you said, you can't lose again.
No, they're easier to go down than it is to come up.
True.
But
easier to change a no to a yes. Yes, that's it. That's what they told me in business.
Say that again.
It's easier to change a no to a yes than a yes to a no. Okay. So a lot of business guys start out with no because it's easy. You can always change that to a yes later. But once you say yes, it's over. Yeah.
I thought I was on the sales guy. You're on the buyer side.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry. Just clicked.
No, I just learned that's my new thing today. I learned that knock on an RV door when you're in distress.
Yes.
And you can turn a no into a yes, not a yes into a no.
Yes.
I figured it out. The 3 outcomes for Walker Buehler. It's coming up next. It's Trav. It's DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
LeBron James, sorry, man. You're kind of living your best life right now, aren't you?
I absolutely am. I had a hell of a summer. My son got drafted by the legendary Lakers, went off to Paris, and brought home gold.
Yeah. We saw you at an Adele concert in Europe.
I saw you singing
Fire to the Rain, I think.
Absolutely. That's a hell of a song. I love that
great song.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
Just like in sports, you can never predict an accident. It will come when you least expect it. Travis Rogers here with DeMarco Farr to tell you about our friend, Joseph S. Normand.
If you're in any accident, call Joseph at 213-747-2000. The team at Normand Legal is ready to help you and achieve the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Joseph at 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. You have many choices in a legal team, but family always comes first.
Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand.
Over 20 years ago, the first batch of Tito's handmade vodka was distilled in the heart of Austin, Texas. Since then, its roots have stayed put, and its vodka continues to be made on the same land where Tito built his dream. A distillery called Mockingbird that houses a simple vodka with a spirit the size of Texas and as good as the day it was born. Learn more about the Tito's story at titosvodka.com. That's titosvodka.com, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
We've got you covered this preseason, Lakers fans. Grab exclusive merch to add to your closet at LakersStore.com. Snag the latest jerseys, shirts, hats, and more to rep the purple and gold. Find your next game day fit in one of our exclusive collections. We've got something for the entire family. Mom, dad, kids, and babies too. Get ready for the season. Shop the newest collection at TheLakersStore.com. That's TheLakersStore.com. Let's go Lakers!
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up this fall because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play. Like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when intended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Color Collection.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the propane tank on your grill first before hosting a tailgate.
Let's fire up. Here, let me try. Seriously? You didn't check the propane? Who wants chips?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Salt and vinegar?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. Let's do it. Factor Cap. Right now. Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Hody, hody.
Buenos dias.
Hey, all right. So we were talking about Vanderbilt beating Alabama yesterday, and just what a scene it was in Nashville down Broadway. They were taking the goalpost down Broadway, threw into the river. A whole mess of a scene there. It was also a Saturday night in Nashville, a major city for bridesmaids and bridal parties and bachelorette parties and bachelor parties. So I remember this video kind of went viral back when Nashville hosted the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And this woman was like, no one warned me that there was going to be an NFL draft here. And she was just very upset on the news, being like, it's overrun Broadway with all these people. So the bridesmaids on Broadway have the right to be upset on Saturday night that they were infiltrated by Vanderbilt students coming into their bars. Travis, Dr. Cap.
Cap. There's an expression that I've always liked. You know, man plans, God laughs. You can make all the plans in the world you want. You can do this. We're going to be here at this time, and the universe may have different plans, right?
Yeah.
No one thought Alabama's going to come into Nashville and lose to Vanderbilt and take over the city with a goalpost. It just sometimes stuff happens. You got to be able to roll with it. I'm not saying you got to like it, but it happens, right? Man plans, God laughs.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
small
luck
thing
with that.
before DeMarco you answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Paint you this scenario. Your son went to Vanderbilt instead of going to SLO.
Okay.
He calls you on Sunday morning. Say, hey, Dad. So I got arrested for taking the field goal. I was kind of caught one of the guys there, and they said that I was like disorderly conduct or whatever it is. But it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And then, so how upset are you with your son that he was carrying the goalpost out of there?
Not very at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those, dude,
That's
come on.
dumb level college stuff you have to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those, all right, so we got to pay a fine? What's the next step?
Bro, Shab, I jumped off a bridge because the senior ahead of me jumped first. I didn't even know what was down
there.
You
answered the age-old question.
It's the Montlake Bridge, about 25 feet.
Into water?
Into water, but I didn't know.
The river?
The senior in front of me on senior night, we're running around.
So when your mother said to you, if your friend jumped off a bridge, would you do it too?
First person I thought of, yes. The first person, and here I am. Aha! Splash. Wow, crazy. But yeah, I want to go fact and cap at the same time.
Sure.
Because I have a daughter.
Okay.
And if she's a bride. She's bred, I don't want to say it. But yes, they think everything is theirs. But you should move over for people carrying poles.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. And they're euphoric and happy. Join in, have fun.
Yeah.
So yes,
make it a more fun night that you have all
there you
people
go.
around you that are happy.
Yes.
Jorge, what do you think?
Cap. So I was at a proposal this weekend for one of our listeners, a Yas Merchant. He proposed to his now fiance Yvonne. So congratulations to you guys. But there was an event happening in front of where he was proposing. So there
what was the event?
It was something called Toast on the Coast. I guess
Okay.
it's like a fundraiser for the school district around there. That's
Okay.
at least one of the officers told us. And he can't control that. Like he couldn't control whether that music was playing loud or a lot of people are around there. But everybody's looking. So like there's a live band. It's just full event going on. But sometimes you can't control things like that.
No, you can look at the schedule and say, oh, the NFL draft's here. I'm going to pick another weekend.
Yeah.
You can't predict that. That's not going to happen.
Vandy upset in Alabama? No.
Yeah, exactly.
But she said yes, by the way. So
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Nice. All right, so last night in the Steelers-Cowboys game, there was two very, very famous people in attendance. One longtime Steeler fan, grew up a Steeler fan, has gone to a bunch of Steeler events. Snoop Dogg, amazing, awesome. The other one was a billionaire and a negative $1 billion aura man, and Elon Musk throwing that terrible towel. You're not a Steelers fan. You cannot throw the terrible towel. I don't care about...
You are disgusted right now.
There's a lot of reasons to be disgusted in Elon Musk, but you have to earn a terrible towel. You have to earn the right to be a part of that fan base, to wave that towel, to be a part of that atmosphere. DeMarco, Factor Cap.
I'm going to go Cap. They sell them, right?
You do sell them. And you know what?
That's
we saw
a great
last night.
answer. That is such I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know it makes you mad, but
I want a union member from Pittsburgh to just put him in a headlock. Give him
No,
a
come
noogie.
on, no.
Travis?
Yes.
They sell them, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a hard argument to overcome. If they're selling them in the team store, then anybody can go buy
You know what?
one.
They also sell tickets to 49ers fans at SoFi Stadium, DeMarco. Jorge?
I get your pain.
No, I'm with DeMarco. I mean, think about it. LAFC has it here. It's not like they're exclusive with the 3252. If you can sit there and you get a ticket or whatever, you're going to get a towel regardless. So, hey, deal with it.
Sorry, I'm not a huge fan of the guy myself either, but
He can't even do the towel waving right. He looks so stupid and nerdy. Goodness gracious, he can't even jump right. Gosh, okay, sorry guys. Just about Elon Musk. All right, so
that's funny.
On College Game Day was at Berkeley, at Cal.
First time?
Yeah, first time. Super early morning on any West Coast College Game Day. But they always, this season, they've always picked out a guy from the crowd to try a kick, and they get a scholarship or amount of money given to that kid if they make the field goal. So a kid got up there, and he was doing it in Vans. And Kirk Herbstreit gave him so much crap for doing in Vans, and he's like, oh, did get the laces right? Who cares? It's in Vans. Misses the first one. Then Pat McAfee ups it and says, we're going to up it and donate X amount of money to hurricane relief and the East Coast. And the kid drills it and in the Vans. So you think that you could kick a field goal in Vans. Also, by the way, Vans is doubling whatever they gave to the East Coast hurricane relief.
Where'd it go?
Jorge, you think you could kick a field goal in Vans?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, when we did the Rams training camp, I hit my field goal, and for some reason Bergman didn't hit his.
Some reason?
Yeah.
I could think of a couple.
No, but absolutely. I'm a soccer player, so
I was going to say, can you kick?
Yes, I can.
You can kick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He plays soccer often.
Yeah.
Trev?
Not a chance. I don't know if that's factor cap. I
Cap.
I'm going to be slightly immodest here for a second.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good athlete.
Yeah.
Like I when it comes to sticks and balls and catching and throwing and hand-eye, I'm pretty good at that stuff. Okay? I'm good. I can run without looking like I've never run before. I'm fine. I'm not fast, but I don't look weird when I run. If you want me to use my feet to do something, I'm hopeless. I can't ride a skateboard. I can't surf. I can't kick. I can't ski. If my feet are the thing that make it happen, I'm not your man.
Bike?
I can ride a bike, but if you're zero chance I could make a field goal. Zero in Vans or anything else.
No way.
I'm a Vans guy. I like my Vans, but no, couldn't.
Vans
do it.
on your couch?
Let me see what you got.
And then
You
he
got
puts
the
them
Vans
on his couch because he never takes them off.
You have good arches, don't you?
DeMarco?
Yeah, they're pretty flat.
You have flat feet?
Well, that's
and
why
you
Vans,
still wear Vans?
Vans
Wow.
are flat as a pancake.
That's what I'm saying.
That reminds me of Barbie when they went
Flat feet. Oh, my God. You
Can you
can't
kick?
surf. Have you tried to surf?
I have.
And?
I can't do it.
Didn't like it.
I have if the platform is moving, I'm not. Nope.
I've never tried skis yet.
I can.
Can you skate, Trav?
No.
So,
you mean like roller skate?
Yeah.
You can roller boogie, right?
I can get from point A to point B, but I'll look ridiculous.
I was curious if it was a core power thing.
It's I can do I can't ski or surf at all.
Yeah.
If you put me at the top of the mountain with skis, I could get
You
down.
can get down,
but
okay.
I would look ridiculous.
What about ice skating? No, that's a no.
Same thing.
Same
I
thing,
could go
okay.
around in the circle, but my knees or my ankles are
You're
locked.
not doing pirouettes.
Yeah, no.
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
You could kick a field goal in Vans.
Oh, what's the distance?
25 yards.
Yes.
Okay, I'm saying
Easy.
20 yards.
25 yards, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd be old Tom Dempsey, though. I'm a straight-on toe guy.
Yeah.
So it depends.
You only had half a foot.
I know.
Yeah.
I need that old block
Yeah,
shoe.
toe is not the way to kick it.
Yeah, it's not.
No, definitely not. But
When we first started watching football, half the guys in the league
straight-on
toe
American
kicked it.
kickers.
Really?
Yeah. They had
Wow.
cleats with this
Block.
edge. It was a block edge because you're
It
toeing
was
the ball.
flat.
You got no control.
Yeah.
Over that.
But old
I'm
school.
not saying it was the better way to do it. I'm saying it's the way it was done.
Mark Mosley,
Yeah.
the last of the straight-on kickers.
He won
That's
the MVP
as
of
a
the
straight-on
league as a
guy.
toe kicker.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
I think I can. 35, no. 25, yes, I'll make it. I can muscle it in there.
Okay, I have one more for you guys. So
Break my foot in Vans, though. I would break everything.
Actually, has a little more cushion than you think. So
Vans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Their toe box is a little
Well, you
wide.
kick the ball properly. I'm talking towing
Yeah,
the ball
yeah.
like me, yes.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, last thing for you guys. So SNL this weekend was actually pretty great. Nate Bargatze was the host, did a bunch of really cool sketches, just like very simple but hilarious sketches to me. I think. Did you like the golf one I sent you?
I did.
Okay, great. But not only was Nate Bargatze awesome on SNL was great. There was the return of Lonely Island, and it made me feel so nostalgic because that was like my peak first time watching SNL. I was watching a lot of Lonely Island stuff.
The Andy Samberg
Got
filmed
it.
pieces.
I'm not gonna talk about what the SNL sketch was about.
Sushi.
And where to get sushi at all times of day, no matter where you want, even in a club. But
Oh, my God.
it made me feel very nostalgic.
Is it what I'm thinking? Okay.
I'll tell you in the break.
No, you don't have to. I got it.
There is something that you were super nostalgic about, and you don't even realize it. So there's something that you see happening. You're like, I didn't even realize I am nostalgic for this.
Yeah.
Travis, fact or cap?
Fact for me, it's in the Instagram algorithm has figured it out for me, DeMarco. So
Yeah.
I get it a lot now. So the nostalgia is starting to wane a little bit, but I watch them every time. I mentioned it the other day. The pregame introduction of All-Star games, Major League Baseball All-Star games, where they come out in all their different, starting for the American League at third base, George Brett. Playing first base, Don Mattingly, and the Royals standing next to the Yankee, and Pete Rose standing next to Steve Garvey, standing next to Joe Morgan, standing next to Johnny Bench, standing next to Reggie Smith. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
I miss it a ton. They're bringing it back, so I'm very excited to get a chance to see it again. But anything from Major League Baseball, late 70s through about 1987 or 8, just hits me exactly in the feels.
So with you. It's funny, though. I think I live in the past in some respect. I do.
Yeah.
I live for those old school highlights when I see like Emmett Smith, Barry Sanders, Jerry Rice, all that stuff. And I'm like, am I out there with them? You know what I mean? That stuff, getting beat. Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you see any of the Raider highlights yesterday?
No. Was I on it?
No.
Thank God.
No.
Okay.
From yesterday's game.
No.
They played the Broncos, and the Broncos wore their Orange Crush uniforms.
Oh, yeah, I did. Throwback.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's
Awesome.
what I mean, that stuff. And I listen to the 80s station, so I'm always there. Wrestling the same way.
Superfly Snuka?
When you guys did the rabbit hole,
Yeah.
all day on old wrestling. I will follow a certain path or a certain storyline until I can't find any more about it.
And I don't know what age you are when you're talking about your Lonely Island thing, but it's that 8 to 13 spot. Like the 8 years old to about 13 or 14 when you're first starting to realize, hey, I really like this.
Yeah.
This is important to me. This is interesting to me. Then fast forward 30 years and looking back on it.
See, be careful. You can't say I want to go back there because, you see, we're too close to an election.
No, I don't want to go back. When I see Joe Morgan in his goofy little V-neck jersey, I'm like,
with you.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I want to see that again. batting helmets with no ear flaps. That's wild to me.
Old stuff.
Goose Gossage nearly killing Ron Say in the World Series.
Yes.
One of the first times I ever remember hearing my dad use profanity.
Really?
I think it was the 1981 World Series. Gossage comes in at Dodger Stadium. Ron Say's up to bat. And Ron Say wore the batting helmet that had no ears.
Ron Say had a big butt.
Yeah, he did. The Penguin.
He did.
Yeah. And so he just had the little skull cap helmet, no ears.
Love
and
it.
Gossage hits him. That catches half helmet, half ear. And my dad said, I think Gossage just killed Ron Blank and Say.
No way.
And I went,
oh, wow.
And I thought Say was dead because it looked like it had killed him. He got up and went to first. It was a different time, DeMarco.
Yeah, see,
It was
that's
a
what I'm
different
saying.
time.
Be careful.
Yeah, Factor Cap is brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family always comes first. Call 213-747 to get in touch with Joe. That's the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. That number again, 213-747-2000. And, of course, you can go online at normandlegal.com. Walker Buehler probably tomorrow night, still waiting for official word. There are 3 performances he could give that I would be pleased with, DeMarco. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and
Hey,
Cap.
football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
If you're looking for the best possible results after an accident, call my guy, Uncle Artie, at Pernia Law. And there's never any upfront fees. They collect when you collect. And for the record, their win-loss record puts them in the top of the standings. That's 844-DIAL-UNC. That's 844-DIAL-UNC.
Be sure to listen to Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr every Monday in the 9 a.m. hour on his new show, The Travis and DeMarco Show. He's going to give you his best of from the whole football weekend. And you know, when DeMarco serves up a best of, you know it means something. Don't miss it. They've got their best of the weekend, plus your chance to win a Fantasy Springs weekend getaway prize pack with your best of. That's Mondays in the 9 a.m. hour on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. Made possible by Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Escape the everyday at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs.
Country's hottest rising star, Riley Green. There was this girl live, drinking her hand. Friday, October 18th, Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Riley Green, live in concert. On sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com or call 760-342-5000. Riley Green, live.
Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines are a proud partner of ESPN LA. Cheers to the City of Champions, where game-winning jumpers and award-winning wines come together for the perfect game day pairing. Go one-on-one with our easy-drinking flagship Claret Cabernet Sauvignon or celebrate like you just won the finals with our crisp and refreshing sparkling Prosecco. Find Francis Coppola Diamond Collection Wines today at a store near you. Francis Coppola Winery, Geyserville, Sonoma County, California. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, it's producer Laura here, and I'm joined by Dr. Shapiro from Altamed, who's going to tell us a little bit about your vote and how that correlates with your health. Dr. Shapiro, can you explain why, as a doctor, you can only influence about 20% of your health? Why is that important to voters?
Well, that 20% is all the medications and things that we can do in hospitals and clinics. But the real magic happens on the 80% of the things that we have outside of the clinic. That's the air that we breathe, the parks that we have, the schools. And that's why it's so important to be represented.
And how does voting really change that?
At the moment that we vote, and especially on the local level, we can actually see how the parks, our schools, and our environment changes with our voice. That's why we need to be there.
Dr. Shapiro, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you go out and vote. Make your vote count. If you want any additional information, go to myvotemyhealth.org.
If it's hot, it's here. The best new stuff is at GNC. GNC brings you some of the best new products first from brands like Optimum Nutrition, Ghost, Bloom, and more. GNC has the newest breakthroughs in muscle building, weight loss, and wellness, and the best energy drink flavors. If you heard about it at the gym, you can bet that conversation started at GNC. Ask a coach about the newest drops at your GNC store or shop our full collection online at gnc.com today. If it's hot, it's here. GNC.
Paul's new drone startup just lost its most genius computer scientist.
We just lost our best genius to some new genius who's got a genius new idea. I'm going to have to find a new genius, or two half geniuses, and fast.
He needs a computer scientist that can keep his startup from falling down.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Hey, I know this song.
I want more stories about Ken Griffey's video games.
Oh, plenty. That was fun. This song is called They Call Me D-Nice.
Do they call you that?
Well, they did. So I used to play this when I had the car stereos.
Oh, okay.
This was my pull up to the club song.
Was with the surfboard in the
Yeah,
back
you know
of the
what I'm
Jeep?
saying, Ray, right?
Is it D-Nice or Denise?
D-Nice, dang it. Come on.
What up, Denise?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So you had the vehicle that was you pick up that you turned into a hot tub.
Yeah, that was the college car.
Then you had the Jeep that had the surfboard, despite the fact that you don't surf.
That was my first professional buy, yes. I bought a red Jeep Wrangler.
And then this song coming out of the windows was which vehicle?
This is after the truck. This is when I had the, what do you call that? Smokey and the Bandit car.
Trans Am?
The Trans Am.
You had a Trans Am?
Yeah, the truck just had it. The truck was done. It didn't
What
have...
What year is this?
This is 1993. So
like you had the one with the giant eagle on the hood or the Firebird?
No fire. It was a Camaro that looked like it.
Okay.
Yes, Camaro
You had
with the
a Camaro.
T-top. With the T-tops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
dude, you're all over the map.
My brother sent me a Camaro up to Washington because the truck had it. No bumpers. The windshield wipers didn't work. Four
so
ball
this
tires.
was a college car.
College car.
Oh, I thought you you were going like Rams time.
No.
You were rolling in
So,
the Camaro.
Yeah, the Camaro was the last college car, and the Wrangler was the first pro car.
Okay.
So, yeah, Camaro to Wrangler.